Alright, today on the channel what I'm going to be doing is putting some foam that I've got from Walmart. It's actually for a bedding. It's a topper. We're going to be putting that on, getting it cut to size, piecing some together, putting some burlap on it, getting these covers on here, because there's no sense in buying the foam from like LMC or Carolina Classic, stuff like that, if you can make your own foam just by using some topper material. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're finally working on our F100 again, the 1955 Ford. And what I have here is the seat springs. Now I did have to do a few repairs because some of them was rusted. I have the upper back section over here, and this is the lower section. I've already sandblasted this and painted it, put in some base coat, some clear coat just to help seal it. So now what we're going to do is show you exactly how I'm going to cover this without buying those expensive foam kits. Now of course you can go to eBay, pick up some hog ring pliers and some little hog ring clips. Now, if you're not fully aware of what these are, I'll go ahead and show you. Hog ring clips are simply these little clips that insert inside of your clamp. They go just like that. And then once your material is over your seat frame here and your cushion, you can squeeze these together, and this right here is what's going to hold it up, and you can actually use this and put it around those springs and help hold that material. Now these seats do have burlap in the factory, so I just went to eBay, bought a whole bunch of burlap. I think this burlap was like $5. It comes with way more than what I actually needed for the seat. What you'll be doing is laying this burlap over top of your seat springs, and that's going to keep from your foam pad getting eaten up by these springs from the movement up and down, keep it from wearing those out. So you're going to be making your burlap, lay over top of it, and then once that's done, you can sit your foam. Okay, now what I did for my seat foam is use this memory foam that I picked up over at the local Walmart. Walmart sells this stuff. This is the 2-inch. That's what this truck has in the factory, is the 2-inch foam. This is for a mattress. It's basically a topper. It lays on top of your mattress. Well, this is a whole lot cheaper just to pick one of these up, and usually there's enough material in one of these that you can cut it out for your bottom and your back for your seat. Now, I just simply laid it over the seat itself, took a permanent marker, marked all the way around the edge, and then I cut that out with scissors. So once my burlap is down, I can sit this right over the top, all the way around, and then lay the cover up top. Now, you're going to be needing a real nice seat cover to tile that interior in your truck so that it looks just as good on the inside as it does on the outside, which in our case, the inside is going to look a whole lot better than the outside because we went with a patina scheme on the outside of the truck. Now on the inside, we used Etsy. A lady on there has actually made this cover for us. This is white leather, and this right here is going to be matching the steering wheel, which is also wrapped in leather and billet aluminum in the center. You can go to Carolina Classics, you can go to Mid-50 or LMC Truck and pick you up an OEM cover so that you don't have to pay as much as I did for this. This cover was around $500, and it's custom made, and it should fit this seat frame. At least I'm hoping anyway. So I went with this. I'm going to have to make sure that I'm clean, make sure everything around me is clean, because with white, it's easy to get dirty. So I'm going to go ahead, get this cover put on, and hopefully it's going to turn out real nice. Now for everyone who's done this before and those who are professionals, I am by no means a professional at anything I do. Practice just makes improvement. So basically, every time I do this, I'm just practicing and hopefully it turns out good. But I'm just going to lay it over the seat just like this and get it all the way to this metal bar that's in the back, kind of roll it up under that spring, the rear, and take me some scissors. I'm going to let it overhang just a little bit. Take the scissors, I'm just going to cut all the way around it, about 1 inch all the way around the spring. Now, I'm just going to take the seat foam and sit it right on top of this burlap. Trying to get it on straight as possible. Okay, now your covers should be coming like this right here, and you just take your edges and just roll it over the top, and And then I'm gonna have to get some paper down to make sure that surface is gonna be clean so I can flip it over and then start tightening down. So first, I'm gonna find my very front edge that goes around that front spring curve, and I'm gonna roll that first. So first things first, get everything lined up where I think it should be. So that there at the contour, I want that contour there to be right around the contour where I made my cuts on my foam. Just gonna take it, and I'm gonna start rolling this front right over the top. Just like that right there. Get that little edge fixed. Check it all out. Okay, it's pretty much just sat on here right now. I still got to pull it tight, hog rings in. This is not pre-cut for the holes for the side section on the back. So what I'll have to do is mark those holes, get those cut for that side piece so the backrest can stop and go all the way around the seat. But I've had to cut both my sides out for the section where the back seat rests on the back side. Now all I gotta do, I'm gonna let it sit out in the sun for at least about an hour, and then we're gonna come back to it, and then we're gonna start to stretch the material over the side rails of the lower part of the seat, and then start putting them hog rings into the seat cover and getting it on there. So let's go ahead and get that done. Okay, now I pull my burlap off, and I have this right here left. This is my cushion that I purchased at Walmart. This is actually a twin bed memory foam cushion, and as you can tell, some of it's missing. So that's what I used on the lower seat. Okay, now I have all my cushion cut. Now this was just a twin mattress topper. Now this done both the seat back and the seat bottom. And once pulled tight with the cover on top of it, all these little gauges and gaps right here will be fit tight. So you won't have no issue with any little gaps in between. I've used some foam glue and glued all of the foam here together on this, as well as putting in some cloth on the side to wrap around any of the metal. Now once it's flipped over, you can take your material, pull it tight over the side piece of your frame, and then put your hog clip around the edge here and around your spring, and that should hold it. Now don't do it all the way around, just put them in random places so that you can make sure you can tighten it up before and stretch it before they're all finished. Now you want to get your clamp and your hog ring put in place, pull it really tight, and then once you've achieved where you want it to be, take your clamp and squeeze it around it. And that puts the end of this leather ribbon here up against that spring. Pull it tight. You can see there where I've got a few. I've made one right there in the front, as well on the other side. Now you can see there, I have all the material pulled tight all the way around it. Now originally I had this cover on the bottom so you can see some of the old places, and then I took it off and put this on the top because I had them flipped backwards. So you can see there the burlap there. Now all there is to do is add some more material. Now on this whole back section, I'm going to be putting a board that replaces basically where you can't see any of this. There's going to be a board. I'm going to wrap that board in some sort of a material. Now it's not going to be this material, but once stretched out over the back, it'll look nice to have a material over all this where you don't see this. So I'm going to be getting a material that matches this in a vinyl or leather and wrap it, and it will actually sit over top of this back section, and that's going to pretty much complete this video.